Welcome back to the EMS One Katowice final. We are obviously here in the second day and we are enjoying what can only be described as the cream of the international crop of Counter-Strike teams taking it on to each other. We've seen 2 of our quarterfinals already today and they have been nothing for being here in the glorious Spodek Arena in beautiful Poland. We are about to start things up with our 3rd of the quarterfinals today. These teams looking to book their place in that semi-final tomorrow and of course take that step closer to grabbing a serious chunk of that $250,000. I can't say it enough. We have 2 teams lined up for you, the Ninjas in Pajamas and compLexity Gaming. Let's kick things off with a video looking at the Ninjas.
I think we felt some extra pressure with the TV crew following us. I mean, we had to do some more interviews and everything like that, so I think it was some extra work for us, but that bad.
The last days before this tournament, we decided to join some online tournaments, and we thought it would be good practice coming into this tournament.
Since Titan got knocked out in the group stage, which is probably our biggest threat in this tournament, we just feel like it's just like any other tournament. We're here to win. Even though Titan is out, we're still gonna win.
We came here to prove that we are the best team in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to ask you to put your hands together one time, very loudly, for the Ninjas in Pajamas. Now guys, I'm pretty lucky right now because I'm joined by Flaren. How are you doing today, sir?
I am well. This is a fantastic experience.
You guys have seen the other 2 games that were played out today. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that Dignitas is looking strong, Virtus Pro is looking stronger than ever. Let's just say it's a really tough tournament.
Now, obviously you're going up against compLexity. What are your thoughts going into this game?
Even though we're probably heavy favorites, you know, compLexity is a good team. They have strong players, and you know it's really important for us not to underestimate them in any way. So we're just going to play to our full potential and just try and win.
Sounds very good. Now, a lot of people talked about coming into this that you were playing everything you got your hands on, online tournaments, you name it. How do you think that sets you up?
Well, since we're changing game leaders, we just wanted to play as much as possible just to get everything in shape, and I do believe that it has worked for us. So that's pretty much the idea about it. So, and coming into this tournament, you know, things are looking pretty good right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I wish you the absolute best of luck. Again, a round of applause for Ninjas in Pajamas. Please take your seat. And for now, we're going to have a look at, of course, the opponent they have to take down in order to get through to that semi-final tomorrow, and that is compLexity Gaming.
We're feeling pretty good right now from making it out of the group stage. We had some tough matches against Mystic and LGB just now. We squeezed one out on Nuke against Mystic, who's a great team from France. So right now we're pretty ecstatic and we just can't wait to get back to the hotel and go to sleep.
Representing America is a big thing for us and just the nation in a whole, because we know that we don't get a lot of chances to compete and people have a perception that we're just worse regardless. So we want to win, and it's unfortunate iBuyPower didn't make it out of groups. You know, we wanted them to also do well with us, so looking forward to competing against the top teams tomorrow. Well, for this one, we actually just purely did it from home. We had some conflicts between school and scheduling. We would normally like to get a boot camp in. We unfortunately were not able to this time. So we just took to our normal routine at home and tried to put in a couple extra hours. We actually lost, one of our teammates lost an internet connection 3 days prior to the event. So normally I don't like to make excuses, but that was just a fact that we didn't have great practice this past week, but we've been fortunate enough from the past couple boot camps to feel pretty ready.
Yeah, we actually haven't played since last Thursday. It's been a full week since we actually were in a server together, so we were nervous going into that first match. Things started off great, and we kind of rolled with the momentum. Yeah.
That doesn't mean we didn't play. We played individually to keep our skill up, but we didn't really like practice as a unit.
Representing North America, we are
Team compLexity Sound Blaster. Ladies and gentlemen, battling for that place in tomorrow's semi-final, put your hands together for Team compLexity! I am joined by Nothing. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm having a phenomenal day. We've had 2 amazing quarterfinals. Did you get to see them?
I saw the Virtus Pro thrashing. That's about it.
And what were your thoughts on that?
That was pretty terrible of a beating, but you know, good play by them. The Polish team is going hard.
We're so happy to have them here and so happy they're doing well. Now, what are your thoughts going into this match?
We're playing the #1 team in the world. We got to bring our A game.
Bringing the A game. Anything that you picked up from your game yesterday? Anything you're taking in?
Win some pistol rounds.
Win the pistol rounds. It sounds very good. Sir, have a seat and good luck. Now, of course, as this gets warmed up and as the players here to my left and right get themselves settled in, it can mean only one thing, and that means it's time to pass things over to my dear friend, Sir Scoots. Over to you, sir.
Oh, Sean, you're melting my American heart over here. And again, this is where you see Scoots get a little biased. You know, compLexity's got a game on stream. Although arch enemies of my old team, Evil Geniuses, I still get a little nervous. I'm again, of course, joined again by my new good friend, Casper Mueller, also known as Cadian, in-game leader of Mouse Sports. Thanks for joining me.
No problem. It's an honor.
Oh, no, it's all my honor. Oh, it's just a schmooze fest over here. So, before we jump hardcore into this particular match, again, we talked to you a little bit about how you guys did, how you thought, you know, the tournament was going to flow. But off camera, we were talking a little bit about your guys' situation with who you'd played online. You just
yeah.
So walk us through the dilemma as an in-game leader of you got to practice for an event. You have all these cups and tournaments and qualifiers, but you're afraid of maybe showing all your magic.
Yes, we are for sure. And yeah, if we jump into that question, it's like, yeah, you don't want to show too much because if you really want to do good, you need to save the best strategies for this event. But also, if you save too many strategies, you won't even make it to the event. So it's about finding the balance, and I think maybe we showed a bit too much in some games. And yeah, you also have all the online tournaments and online cups, and people are like, yeah, you beat Hellraisers 2-1 and you smashed them on Dust 2, and now you play them on the same map and you lose. How? The thing is, these Ukrainians, they have like a high experience, you know, and we do not have the same experience, and LAN is different. And you must just say that their experience was in the favor of them in this matchup. So people saying that we are online because we can win online and lose to them on LAN, it's like, it's a completely different game. It's hard to compare.
Yep, okay. So let's go ahead and look at, I didn't hear in my ear exactly, here we go. Oh yeah, the maps. I didn't know if it's maps or stats. We got stats as well. So here's the map thing. You guys are familiar with how this goes if you watched earlier. Basically, the way this group works, obviously 5 maps. They're going to veto 2. So NiP has vetoed Inferno, and compLexity has vetoed Mirage. You know what that means.
Yeah.
we're going to see Train, possibly. So obviously, map one.
First map. That is expected, you can say.
Makes sense.
It's a balanced map. Both teams like it. They have a playstyle which fits really good for it. And second map is Nuke.
All right, so if we need a third map, it's going to be Train. So we'll see.
We went to Train, this map which is so hyped, and it was the third map against getting into the semifinal in this huge tournament. I would like to see that. Both teams is going to be under a bit of pressure. NiP maybe still remembering the loss against Fnatic in the DreamHack final on Train. But if we talk about the two other maps, like, it's expected. Nuke and Dust 2, we could expect that from these teams. They played it against each other before, they know each other, and it's kind of a mind game now. Who knows the most, who changed the most.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I am American, there's no doubt about it, but I love all 10 of these guys. Like, and so, like the match we watched before, again, was very exciting for one side, you know, and it was great to see Virtus Pro. I just want some really rock-solid Counter-Strike. So we got some stats here now. So here's compLexity stats. And again, folks at home, these are stats from yesterday. And then tomorrow they'll be from today as the teams move forward. So they have nothing to do with what they've done online or anywhere else. So what do we got here? We got a lot of red on the plus-minus for compLexity.
It's close up in a lot of them, but as you can see, the main fragger, Hiko, has kind of the lurking role also, has a good stats here. You can see nothing, the one and only, the guy who can just suddenly change rounds with 3 amazing headshots. It doesn't matter what angles they come from, he can do it. We have Semphis sitting on -1 in KD, not really a big of a change. It's good for his position. Sean Garris also nearly doing it to a plus as in-game leader. That is actually a huge performance. Then we have the one and only, the young guy, Swag, performing well with also going 0, 53 kills, 53 deaths. Like, they are really average. You can see that there's no one falling behind, no one in a huge lead. It's pretty much a team performance for them.
Yep, makes sense. Any guy that's got to be on fire, you think, for them to beat NiP?
Hiko, for sure. And maybe nothing, because he has this X factor where he can just, if he's on fire, it's going to be difficult to shut him down with the playstyle that he has.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and look at NiP's stats as well. And we can see there's compLexity getting set up.
And here they go. And you can see we have a huge deficit here. Because when these guys play and they're on point, they destroy. No doubt. You can see Furvers +10, Fifi +21, which is actually really good because people have been looking a bit down on Fifi without no specific reason. Now he's taking the role as in-game leader, which maybe will change some things. And if you look at Sist, he's sitting on +8. He's now a bit more relieved from the in-game leader role. Get right. Sitting on +38 kills. 53 kills, 15 deaths. That is, I don't even know what to say.
That's a pretty good day yesterday for him, to say the least. Holy smokes.
Huge day. And if we go through the roles really quick, we have Forrest, this kind of also X-Factor guy. You can compare him a bit to nothing. He can do a lot of entry frags. Fiflaren, in-game leader, also takes up the AWP sometimes. It depends on the map with Forrest and so on. And to just round it up really quick, Get Right lurking. Freiberg is doing the entry fragging, and then we have Sist, who's also helping with the entry fragging a bit.
So you're a leader, and I try to always ask one of the guys on the team, give me a little something for our little interviews, So he's already said on his blog that he's been diagnosed with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. And it's one of those kind of diseases that is hit or miss. One moment he's fine, and the next minute he's absolutely has to leave and go to the restroom and take care of business, so to speak. So and he's on the fence right now, and he even said, you might see some pauses today, Scoots. So whether it's that disease or someone who's got a flu or the girlfriend just broke up with them, how do you kind of keep your players in kind of that consistent mindset and at least get them as even keeled as possible?
Yeah, it's really important that when you play the game, you want to put everything which has not to do with the game mentally out. The thing is, Get Right is something physical. He can feel the pain. It's going to be hard to focus if the pain is coming up. That's why we're going to see the pauses and so on. But you try to, I could imagine Fiflaren, Jean Garris, doing some really good pep talks, Team is getting motivated. You are just having one goal. It's to go to the semifinal in this huge tournament. I think that both teams should be really focused in this matchup.
Yeah, and I hit Sean up. I said, tell me how you feel. And I flew in with Hiko, Sean, and the young kid, right? And they were kind of, I'm like, you guys aren't here. Shouldn't you already be here? Shouldn't you be boot camping? iBuyPower's boot camping. And Sean kind of laughed. He's like, yeah, $250,000, no boot camp. One of our guys had Jordan was doing his thing with school, etc. We're not really well practiced, and he kind of was like, I don't know, Scoots, how this is going to go for us. But so I asked him today, I'm like, how you feeling? He's like, yesterday kind of gave us our confidence back. We got out of group. We almost didn't think we were gonna. Today I got the guys, they're going to be loose, they're going to be ready. Nothing, his whole gig was unstress them. Just, hey man, play your game. So same kind of thing as you said, like get him in that mindset. So again, I think we're going to knock on my head here. I hope we have some really, really good Counter-Strike today.
I can assure you that much. The individual level of these two teams is 10 high-performance individuals. It's going to be headshots, and it's going to be headshots, and it's going to be flick shots, real flick shots, everything. It's going to be huge.
And, while we're seeing all these crowd shots, and obviously the players, you've been around for a while. Obviously, you just joined Mouse, but obviously you've been around for a while. Spodek Arena, thousands of fans. And obviously there's StarCraft fans in there, Legion fans in there, but there are thousands of people watching our stage. How does that make you feel about this game that you love so much?
It's huge. You always go to Twitch, you go to the most scene, maybe it's League of Legends something, you see these huge crowds, people yelling just by people picking their champions and so on. So it's huge that we have something we can compare with here in Counter-Strike. We have these majors, it's getting bigger, it's getting bigger. To play on that stage, it must be a dream for everyone, really, it must be a dream. NiP tried it before at the DreamHack with the home crowd. People are talking about that if they should win this game and they're going to play against Virtus in the final, if they go to the final Virtus, it's 2 matches which has to go that way, but that would be huge. NiP now trying to face off against people who don't cheer for them. That's something different.
Yeah, be kind of a role reversal.
Yeah, it is.
How's it feel to be the underdog and not at home, right?
Yeah,
exactly. All right, well, I think our casters are about ready. I could be wrong. I don't quite know.
Not sure.
I don't know.
We don't know. At least we can.
Nope, not quite ready yet. We're waiting for the players still, so no sense throwing to the casters. Tosspot's ready, which I think is going to be really cool for him to do color. I mean, Tosspot is Tosspot. All right, so actually, magically, they are ready. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the delightful Stuart and the amazing pro player himself, MBK. See you guys after the map.
Thank you very much, Scott. You're looking beautiful as always. Whenever there's an American team on the stream, suddenly you look at least a year younger. And, there's something about American teams that and American fans that just get so much more excited. Because I was watching Twitter, and you see all these people who are like, Quake fans or StarCraft fans, and suddenly America's playing, and they're all interested in CS and coming over. I like it. We don't have it in England. English people hate the English national team, but it's really exciting to see people get behind their country as they do.
Definitely, especially from America. I mean, there is on the first hand so many players over there. I think even players, or when your country is playing, you're just cheering for them. It's almost, instinctively that you have to do it because it's your country proudness, and you want them to win no matter what. And compLexity, just the name itself is extremely big.
Yeah.
And everything is looking forward to see them perform well against NiP, and it's going to be an excellent match.
So I tried to go back into history and replicate a little bit of knowledge that we would do pre-match. Tried to find matches between at least players of these two teams. And we went all the way back to find matches, and we used Scoots for this as well, to find matches where GetRight has beaten, where nothing has beaten GetRight. And we found 2. In the same year in China, WEM and MSI beat it in 2010, where the old EG team defeated Fnatic, where GetRight was playing at the time. We had to go that far back to find Murica beating Sweden.
That's a really long way back, but anything that happens, I mean, it's still a Counter-Strike game. It's 16 rounds to win. You never know. They can have a crazy momentum. NiP can have some kind of downside. It's gonna be just Nathan's game, and I'm just looking forward for 3 maps, clutches, sick action, and I'm really counting on to Nothing, Hiko. All of them can just do crazy things. They have proved it in the past. It's NiP versus compLexity. Just the name is.
Just the names, they get you excited.
Yep.
Now, NiP, probably the team that we talk about GetRight. We get excited about GetRight. you and I were talking before, just like Get Right, like how ridiculous he is.
Definitely.
But on the negative side, people have talked about the change of in-game leader at NiP more than they've talked about the change of in-game leader in any other team. This cycle of changing, which they've done somewhat regularly. What do you make of it?
I don't even know myself. I mean, I think you have to be in the team to kind of understand why all their changes. But I've been talking with them, and I think I've saw some Get Right blog or post or anything like that. And they were saying that basically they just wanted to end up the year with Get Right as a leader, just as a tryout. They just had 2 LANs, one Swedish one and another one. And basically, yeah, that was just a tryout for Get Right, trying to see if he can focus in on his gaming while leading the game. And I think that didn't work out perfectly well. He just wanted to, you know, stay back on his own view of the thing. And Flaren, he's been leading on Counter-Strike Source for a long time. He made a lot of LANs. He even was leading at the beginning of NiP on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's going to work out great. He has the kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the Source mentality. It's the Source, you know, flashes and smokes and how to approach new tactics on Counter-Strike Go. And I think Flaren is going to have a lot for that.
Excellent. Well, here we go. compLexity versus NiP. It's the quarterfinals of the EMS One. $250,000 on the line. Played out here in the Spodek Arena from Katowice, Poland. Brought to you by MBK of Team Titan and Tosspot. Here we go. Pistol round. NiP starting on CT. And compLexity will be the first to lead that charge in, and into that B-bomb site they go. Freiberg opens up the fragging. Semphis and Swag both help themselves to a frag, but Forrest is still lurking with intent. Gets frag number 1, but Swag will put him on his backside, and we're on a 3-on-2 in favor of compLexity as they move into lock down that B-bomb site. It's Swag that's there. He has 2 frags to his name and a bomb plant for his troubles, but Fiflaren with the opportunity couldn't quite finish his breakfast there as he pushes now. It'll be Hiko that puts down Fiflaren, and 1-on-3 exists. Gonna have to go very, very big here to bail out NiP. And compLexity said in their pre-match interview they have to win their pistol rounds if they're to win this game. And this would be a very big step to doing exactly that. compLexity 1-0 NiP.
Extremely quick round. I'm pretty surprised, and compLexity are approaching the game extremely well. They just decided to make a quick B-rush. Those 4 cameras, just Glock in hand, and that worked extremely well for us. Even though NiP were 3 just waiting for them, they managed to just overwhelm them. And that's a very good start for Swag, especially with 3 kills, and for compLexity overall.
Now, what are your thoughts on Swag? We were talking before the game about strengths and weaknesses of compLexity. Swag, not someone that's impressed you yet.
No, not yet. I mean, he has been very constant. He has been very good on some games, obviously, and he also had some downsides, but I can't say whether he has its place or not into compLexity, but he just seems, on an external point of view, just kind of off the team, outside the game. Like, it's just something you can see, but I mean, it doesn't mean anything, obviously. And now there's NiP with the classic plus Kevlar round, and maybe it's going to work out. America is not used to that.
America is not used to that, wow. Not to generalize.
No, they're just not used to, you know, having all those Kevlars.
But enjoy your freedom.
Just do it.
Get Right goes down, and it'll be the B-bomb site plant coming in from Sean Garris. Still 4 NiP players left up, 3 of them down at long A. It doesn't look like this will be much for NiP to do. They'll hope to pick up an exit frag or 2 if they can, but not going to be an easy one at that point either. So NiP, of course, compLexity will convert their pistol round into number 2. And we'll move on to the 3rd. Now, you enjoy a pretty nice relationship with NiP, given that you're supposed to be rivals, you're supposed to hate each other, but actually it's nothing of the sort.
No, definitely. It's totally the opposite. The NiP guys are all great. We are very good friends. We are like hanging out after the events. I mean, I would be very happy for them to win. I would also be happy for compLexity because we know, I mean, everyone knows each other within the pro gaming scene. So I would be happy no matter what.
You know, and if there really were any problems, the DreamHack Invitational would have been the time when you would have seen it, because there were pauses, where do we restart, and so on. But really, it was just like, let's look at the demo, let's sort it out, everything will be okay.
Yeah, all the problems were solved just by, you know, fairness, and we just wanted it to be done. Like, it was just some trouble.
Here we go on to B once more. Sean Garris leads the assault with a nade. He's taken Forrest down to 3 points of health, and he'll fall back. That leaves the bomb down as well, with Jordan nothing being picked off there. And Sean Garris will get in, get that out. And will they revive this B attack? They've got Semphis, the Canadian, and the reason why we have to say North America coming around the back.
I think compLexity is doing the great thing. They're just winning, and yeah, that's it. They're just trying to be grouped. And now Forrest with 3 HP, there's not much he can do, and he goes down. And now the B-bomb side is totally free, and I really like how compLexity is approaching this game once again. They're just stacked all together. They don't want to give up easy kills and easy weapons, and that's the perfect way to start things off in the game. They just lost one weapon on the second and the third round so far, and the key is just, it's got to be economical. They have to keep their weapons and don't die.
We saw those phenomenal stats from NiP before the game. So Swag gets himself the frag to exist. It's only GetRight left standing now for NiP. Bomb planted and due to blow. GetRight will face off against Semphis in just a second. Semphis will know he's there. GetRight just trying to keep him hemmed in harm's way. A game of cat and mouse here, because GetRight has a weapon. Semphis will jump out now, and GetRight will get the kill. Oh, that's second. GetRight coming out firing. Can he get the third? No, Hiko will put him down, but wow. GetRight makes it expensive in the end.
Definitely. I mean, GetRight made the excellent play. He dropped 2 more weapons with a third one that he had in the beginning, and that's very worth it. Now, you can see that compLexity wouldn't be able to buy on the next round, and if they would have saved those weapons, they would have been able to, and that's a huge thing.
Eyes in on Hiko and the AWP. Talk us through the role that Hiko's going to have to play with that all.
Well, that's a whole new setup. 2 snipers on the terrorist side, especially on Dusty, is a whole new thing, and I'm really looking forward to what they're going to do. It's really surprising, in my opinion. I wasn't expecting that from Americans, having 2 snipers, but it can be extremely worth it, and it can be very useful if NiP are doing some useless picks.
Now, do you think they have the AWPing ability to out-AWP Fifth Laren?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, America are generally relying on being stacked and having individual performances. And regarding the players they have, they can totally do it. I mean, the whole team can put out amazing things. And you can see that they're trying to make the plays happen. Sean Garris is going on long, and he's going to try to get the one guy that would out-pick them.
We're eyes in on Sean Garris there as we'll switch back to him. He's got Exist just to his left. And there's the AWP shot. Oh, his opportunity was there. Will Exist peek, and it will, but it'll cost him his life. Swag was backing up Sean Garris really nicely there. Semphis drops off Forrest, and now Fifth Laren caught between a rock and Sean Garris's AWP. And Freiburg, the only man to get a frag on the board for NiP. They've dropped Semphis, but they're in a 2-on-4 here, and the 2 AWPs remain fully operational, and that is what they can do. GetRight last man standing once again. Back into that B site and try to do exactly what he did last time out, which is get himself some kills. GetRight versus nothing. Nothing comes out on top.
Very, very good play. I mean, their setup, the setup from compLexity was extremely good. They probably knew what was going on, and Swag wasn't naive at all. He wallbanged through the door, and he thought he caught Exist off guard. Extremely, extremely good play from compLexity, being very confident into their own game, just going slowly and outpicking their opponent, and that's probably worked out for them. And NiP are now saving, and that's a very, very good start for compLexity. It's 4-0, and Party coming to 5-0.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from NiP. Sorry, from compLexity. And NiP, they've been in these situations before. Nobody's written their obituary, but they're going to keep fighting here. Semphis will push in towards B. He has Swag in the B tunnels to help him out. Sean Garris still marking the double doors. Forrest is there, has lost a slither of health. And Sean Garris finds himself taking damage as well. Big Nate does some damage on the other side. Sean Garris going up now. Sorry, Hiko it is going up now on the double doors. The pair of them are right by one another. And they'll hold back. And the problem they've got is they're trying to get 2 AWPs into a very short-range war there. They need Swag to come in and do exactly that, who gets picked off by GetRight, and those 2 AWPs are in real trouble here. Freiburg's going to get down, going to get the kill on Sean Garris, sorry, and Hiko is now needing reinforcements, but the guns are maybe the bait. Fiflaren's AWP does the damage onto one, and GetRight has another frag. This is Hiko on 3, and compLexity have managed to somehow just get sucked into this fight on the double doors with 3 very angry Swedes firing at them every time they come through. There's a perfect crossfire on those double doors, and every moment they go through, they get shot down.
Definitely, that was the big problem in my opinion with the double sniper setup. Against pistols, you have to be extremely careful if you want to just go out group, because only 2 AKs are going to be able to revenge the 2 snipers, and if you drop them, then you're in huge trouble, and that's exactly how NiP did it. They just, I mean, compLexity just tried to go on the double doors middle, and there was 3 NiP girls just waiting for them, dropping them one by one. Excellent play from NiP.
It was at that time when Cole really should have rotated out of that position.
Well, they could have taken an information, and this time it just didn't pay off to play group, and NiP are just reading compLexity extremely well, and that nade dropped so many HP, and they're gonna nade.
Fiflaren picks off Sean Garris. There's nothing though, excellent frag. Semphis helps him out as well. 2 frags for compLexity in the space of a second, and that leaves them with a man advantage, but 2 players on next to no health. Freiburg's gonna try and come in here and avenge in an after plant. Another nade will go up, take Semphis down to 8 points of health, and compLexity are going to need Hiko and his full health to shield the wounded. As it just pushes in, frag number 1 goes his way, Semphis down. Nothing, still firing, won't go out without a fight. And Exist gets the next one, and it's all on Hiko now. 1 on 2, there's Hiko, frag number 1. GetRight still standing, and he's going to go for the bomb, but Hiko gets that nade right on his noggin. Can he finish off the job? Hiko's still got 30 points of health. GetRight 23, here comes Hiko, finishes off the job, and compLexity still alive.
Sick thing, very sick play once again. compLexity, they just surprised NiP and just took them off guard. They just went out through a smoke, and Fiflaren just got a kill, but then he was overwhelmed by 3 other American guys, and you know, you don't have to miss a shot against those guys. And Nothing and Semphis opening the A-bomb side extremely clearly. Really, really good play once again from compLexity.
Love to know what, GetRight, hello. Love to know what Nothing screamed over to his Swedish opponents after that round, but GetRight's reminded us that it's a long, long way to go here in this match.
Yeah, and NiP with the double sniper now on the counter-terrorist side, they are totally surprising compLexity. They were supposed to be saving, but 2 players were able to buy the snipers, and GetRight, well, showing the world-class player he is, already took 1 man down, and now Fiflaren is trying to take the 2nd kill, and it is so close from happening with Frag if he just goes so close. No.
compLexity going through the double doors again. They did this last save. This kind of like a really weird save. There's the AWP push in, GetRight frag number 2 with that AWP. Oh, Swag finally picks him off. Freiburg's going to see action now, and the B site. Swag's there. They need to get that bomb down and get in a defensive position, because there's still another AWP to fight. It's Fiflaren. He's hung a long way back. They're going to sacrifice Exist and Forest. If there's something that these guys can do, then they'll try and retake. If not, Fiflaren, who's now coming to join the attack, will run and save that AWP. They've got an AK as well. Fiflaren pushes in. This is a really hard retake, and they're going to lose 2 players. Fiflaren now is going to be hunted down and dropped, and it'll be 6-1 to compLexity.
Once again, compLexity managed to go on the weak bomb side. There were only 2 with 1 digger and a sniper. Although GetRight is an excellent player, he's not a primary sniper. He killed 1, but then got revenged. And Freiburg with a digger against 3 rushing Americans. That's probably a bit too much. So compLexity, yeah, so far so good, playing amazingly well.
You know what's, well, we'll come to it in a second. Hello, Swag. Frags onto Fiflaren and Exist, and he'll chase out this next one. Got no idea where Forest is. Hiko gets himself the kill onto Freiburg, and GetRight and Forest will now sandwich the unsuspecting Americans from behind. Gets him, gets the AWP, there's the sandwich. Almost a Swedish sandwich, but
very not true.
Didn't work.
Shanghai is not happy about that.
So, really interesting stuff on the stats. You see GetRight, 8 frags. That puts him as the leading fragger behind Swag on the server, and that's from a team of only won 1 round.
Well, GetRight, no matter how down his team is, he's going to be fragging and fragging and fragging. It's just his role. He's going to be at the top of the scoreboard. But, you know, never count these guys out. I mean, Forest, obviously Forest, everyone knows him, and he is playing amazing. Oh, whoa, Swag through the smoke. Just got thrown off guard.
Swag's having a game and a half right now. He leads the scoreboard and adds to his tally now, and Forrest is going to see a lot of damage up at A as he gets in on the action. There are 3 players coming off catwalk right now, pushing in right on Forrest. He's going to have a big round. Delivers onto Sean Garris. Reinforcements coming now. Nothing in Swag. Pickups frags 2 and 3 for complexity, and we're left with just Exist and Get Right to bail out NiP. But they are together, hand in hand, downed. Nothing in Semphis do the job. Complexity 8-1. This is phenomenal stuff.
Perfect start of the game. NiP won their first round when complexity had a 4-0 lead, and complexity won the next round, so their economy was just totally crushed. That's the main point. Complexity winning 8-1 so far. Excellent play from complexity and all their players, and it looks like NiP is just getting out-aimed on every side of the map.
Well, to quote from the Book of Lurpus, very similar to the Book of Mormon, but only slightly different. So few rounds actually decide a game of CS.
Yes.
Losing those crucial buy rounds that reset the money system, that set you back 2 or 3 rounds sometimes.
Definitely.
Determine these opening 9. Get Right, though, does get a frag, and he doesn't make any round easy.
He's even going to go for it. He doesn't have a kid, though, but he just wants to play with complexity's mistakes.
Doesn't know there's one going behind him, but he'll still get the frag onto Sean Garris. Swag needs to hurry up, because Get Right's going for this. Nothing's set on the boxes down there, and Swag coming very slowly up there. There it is, they will finish off the job. It's going to be 9-1 complexity, and for a save round, they made it expensive again.
Yes, once again, but complexity won so many rounds so far, their economy is perfect. They have nothing to worry about. They are all sitting on more than, I mean, except Hiko, they're all sitting on more than $4,000. So even if they lose this round or the next 2 rounds, they're going to be able to buy out. And now NiP, though, they say it for good reason. Fiflarian has got a sniper and Exist with the other sniper for a new A setup. And it works out pretty well so far. Fiflarian getting the first kill onto Swag. That was maybe a bit cocky with his 15 kills. And now 4 on 5, extremely round to come up.
Must-win round for complexity here. Swag down. The top fragger for complexity down against the auto sniper of Exist, which they don't know where that is yet. They've not seen it. They've not poked anyone long A. And with Fiflarian and Exist both down on that long A, there's actually, they're going to go up 4 on 3.
I really love the setup from NiP. There are 3 holding the B bomb side. Oh, Get Right, don't outpick. And now he has the information. They know that it's going to be on B.
Oh, it was there for him. It was right there for him to take off his head, but it didn't happen. Freiburg's going to see the action. Complexity are committed to going in on this B site, but they don't know what's waiting for them. And Freiburg gets frag number 1. Sean Garris goes down. The side are still going to try and make this entry, but they're just so slow coming into that site, and they'll be mopped up 1 by 1. Nothing still doing damage. He's got it to a 1 on 3, but Exist Auto Sniper will do the damage, and Must Win was won by NiP.
Excellent defense from NiP. Oh, and we can see Get Right cutting a pose. And that's going to let us some time to talk about those amazing setups and everything that's going on. The last setup from NiP was extremely clever. They had another sniper on long just to hold it on his own. And Fiflarian also had a sniper to hold short and also have got the information on middle. The 3 other guys, they just had to worry about the B group from complexity, which happened. And the gamble was totally worth it. It was a perfect play from NiP, and complexity just went onto the 3 defender of Pyjamas. And if you want to attack a B-bomb side with 3 NiP players, you're not going to pass there.
Now look at that picture, Lofter from complexity. I've seen complexity, particularly Nothing, in very different situations where he gets very quiet when he starts losing.
Yes.
No real enthusiasm. This is the polar opposite. Those guys look like they're having a party up there.
Well, I remember the first time when we played NiP and actually gave them a run for the money. We were just happy to play the game, and we were like, very, not gonna say confident, but we were like, okay, we gave everything against those guys, we tried everything. Let's just try to, you know, play our game and have fun. And that's, I think, what's happening with compLexity. I mean, not that much, obviously, but they're just giving their best, and every single round is gonna be a bonus. And now they're leading 9-2. These guys are warriors. They're here from America, and they're not gonna let a single round go away. So now it's 9-2.
Hashtag Murica. Sir Scoots is stand to the right-hand side with the stars and stripes dangled over his shoulder. And what's that I see? An eagle has arrived. Part of me hopes you can't hear Scoots singing the national anthem.
Was a former singer for America.
And here we go. Sean Garris gets picked off by Exist. Couldn't even get set up. And down he goes. There's nothing answering back up with that AWP of his own. And we'll go tit for tat in this opening exchange. And expensive trade, though, to lose your auto sniper. Fiflaren's going to go down there. There are 2 players in long A for compLexity and about to be 2 players there for NiP. Fiflaren not sure whether someone's coming towards A, and they are. Semphis is pushed all the way in. Heavily pushes in, but then gets dropped. It's nothing that's down. Swag revenges, but Semphis is all the way in A. He goes a long way off with that bomb. Swag gets the frag onto Fiflaren, and this is a very lopsided NiP defense. Get right in Freiburg. Freiburg coming through the double doors. Get right in spawn, waiting to see that bomb crossover. Hiko was a long, long way away from the action, and it could be the one opening. There's the smoke, gives him the opportunity to cross. He does. He's going to jump up, get that bomb down. Now Freiburg will make a sweep towards Catwalk. Any second now, and we're on a 3-on-2 after plant with Swag watching long A, and a little disconnected from the attack that's about to come.
And Freiburg has to go here in this round, and he's spotted Semphis. He's gonna go down though, and now Gerway is in a 1-on-3. It's almost impossible for him, even though he has an M4 in hand, and you never know. But no, Semphis is gonna take out Gerway, and NiP just seem kind of, I'm not gonna say clueless, but they seem bad. They don't have the strength to just answer what compLexity is doing.
Was that the opportunity for GetRight to actually say, I'm not going to go 1-on-3, I'm actually going to save out?
That could have been possible, but you know, when you're down 10-2, you just want the round so badly that you just, even though it's almost impossible, you just want to try it because, I mean, GetRight is GetRight. He probably knows what he can do.
What's impossible to us is not impossible to GetRight.
Exactly, GetRight is just always here, and there's always this long door, this long fight on long with between those doors, and Hiko getting a kill though on the B bomb side with GetRight trying to push. But now they have 3 players rushing along, and there's 3 terrorists onto the short. If they have the information that they have it, they're gonna go quick onto the A bomb side, and there is only Hiko to hold up the 3 guys, but he's gonna go down. But now there is compLexity. They've got the bomb side, and NiP have very, very few steps to work with in order to come back into the bomb side. And it's going to be out to duo, and Freiburg is going to get the best.
Famous headshot from Freiburg, drops nothing, just as he jumps up and tries to reload. He's going to get chased down by Semphis, and Semphis will avenge. It's Exist and Fiflaren to go in. Sean Garris is out of position here, and NiP 2-on-1 in their favor now, trying to get this defused. They make their way in. Sean Garris gets fragged up to 1 to Exist, and now with that AWP in hand, he's setting the agenda. Fiflaren doesn't know whether to come or go. He's sat on that bomb, shots rattling off. Sean Garris has no health. 15 points, and Fiflaren is scared and runs. And that's phenomenal. He didn't know when to go for it. He probably could have got it, you never know, but it's 11-2.
I mean, you can see how good a player he is. He keeps his head cold, and that worked out extremely well. He just waited and waited because he knew he had low HP, and if he were to peek and his opponent had a defuse kit, he would have lost a round for nothing. And now they have a weapon, and unfortunately 5-7 Diggers and Fantasies is going to be very hard for NiP to come back. But if they want to come back onto this game and this map, they have to win the 2 last rounds, because a 13-2 deficit is going to be extremely hard.
So, get ready. compLexity, 2 rounds away from going in the half, in the lead. I don't think hashtag Murica quite covers this.
Hashtag Murica, you rock.
There you go. There you go, with a little bit of pizzazz. Je ne sais quoi. A little bit of je ne sais quoi you added to that hashtag there. I liked it.
Exactly.
And double AWP from compLexity now. Hiko and Sean Garris ready to set this one up. compLexity playing it very slow. They've with the exception of the one eco round that they, or NiP eco round that they lost, they played their ecos very smart. They've given away nothing.
Yep, and that's, I'm not going to say the basis of very good Counter-Strike plays, but that's how you can spot a very good team. Gerard, though, gets the kill to Semphis. He just went there as an information. Now, Hiko is going huge with the sniper, and Shanghai is just going very confident, but no, there's two NiP players waiting for him, and now it's a 3-on-3. And they're just dropping 1-for-1.
Yeah, these trades have really helped in NiP's favor here. They're in a 2-on-2. They've got an AK and an AWP, and the bomb is now about to be planted. NiP going to have to go for this. They're running out of rounds. And I said so many nice things about compLexity on eco rounds.